Hey everyone, I know it's been a while. I've really tried to be more consistent with doing videos and putting content out there and just connecting with people because that's my heart. But we've had a medical or a family medical illness, and it got kind of serious there with being in the hospital and then putting a family member in like a assisted care community, and it's taken a lot from me just with stress of going through a medical. It got kind of serious and it got very scary, and having to make some hard decisions of dealing with family members that are older that you're having to take care of. And, to all the people that have done that or going through that now, my heart is with you. It is so hard. And it's caused me to come to a different part of my life of dealing with that and just seeing how important community is. That's just my heart. It's all about community and relating to each other and being our authentic selves and being safe for people to be their authentic selves around us and being that. And so being in this situation, it's been different. It's been difficult. And if that's something that you've struggled with, drop a comment because I would love to connect with you. It's just good to hear from others that are like, it's different. Nobody can tell you unless they've been there. And going through this has made me reflect more and just being in deep thought about, I guess, of just community and really having your community around you to be there in times like this, especially because, I've been so used to being in a church community where, when you're going through something that, being in church, it's being positive and, encouraging you, which there's nothing wrong with that. But they're always trying to give advice or to say something instead of just saying nothing and just being with you, right? Even if they come and just sit with you and say absolutely nothing, but just sitting right there beside you, let you cry, let you be angry, let you, whatever it is, just be silent, watch a crazy TV show together, whatever that is, of just being with one another instead of having to fix or having to do something, you know? And I think that's just so important where everybody today, it just seems like they're looking for something outside of themselves to go to this course or take this class and to learn to fix their inner selves so their outer life will reflect, and always having to be working on something. Sometimes that's good. There's nothing wrong with that. But I think a lot of us, we just want connection outside of the learning and growing of just being, right? And having your community. But I think a lot of us are like, okay, we need community, we need our safe place. I think that's great and it's all needed, and I think everybody knows that. But what I long for is for us to be so comfortable with ourselves to where we can be that authentic selves with others, that when we're sad, we can express that. And so when people ask, we're like, I'm sad, I'm going through a hard time. And just let others be around us, and to where we're out and about, where we can connect with people that we maybe don't even know, but that if we're kind to, and that they're kind to us and receive that as just a feel good, to our heart. And it's like we're all trying to fortify ourselves up with, okay, I got my safe tribe and, I don't need anybody else. because I think that's what the world is going through. We're trying to find our people to where we can align ourselves to fight, or to engage that we're right and you're wrong. We're on this side and you're on that side. Why can't we just all be people, and be like, I'm comfortable with myself. I might be angry, I might be sad, I might be happy, I might be content, wherever I am in life, to be that and to show up in life as that, if that makes sense. It's kind of like where we're all being ourselves and we're allowing other people to be themselves. It's like, going through this with our family, and we're all on edge, and people are having outbursts where they're angry or where they're sad or where they're scared. And instead of us being like, well, I don't like that, we all need to be this way. Why can't we allow other people to be whatever way, and let us be okay with allowing ourselves to be whatever way, but acknowledging it? I know I'm being short, but I'm scared. I know I'm being withdrawn, but I'm sad. Instead of us all trying to make each other the same, or trying to make each other ourselves, but being like, I'm going to give you the space to be angry. I don't want to be on the other side of that anger, but I'll give you the space to do what you need to do to process your feelings. And let us all be honest. But we're so freaking scared of being honest. You're in maybe church or some organization, everybody's giving you these words, and you're just, I'm fine, I'm okay. Instead of, I am effing not okay. And I don't need to be fixed. I just need to be held. I just need to be given some space, but given space doesn't mean leave me alone. And a lot of people think that, because then we're offended. Oh my God, here they go again. Just give them space and then just come back. Hey, are you okay? But I think sometimes we don't even know how to be human, because we got to be on edge. We've learned to live in survival. We've never gotten past survival to where we can be real, to where we can be ourselves, where we can be, I'm not okay. But then allow ourselves to be okay when we're actually okay, and to laugh, to be silly. But then those people are like, what's wrong with you? You're too out there. Who the effing cares? Just let us be human. As I sit and I watch the birds, and I watch how they communicate, how they are with each other. Sometimes they fight, and you can't eat at the same time I'm eating. But I don't see them trying to pick on each other and be like, you gotta be, where they're all acting the same. They have language where they communicate with each other, and it sounds different because they're different birds. But they all get along. They're not trying to make the other ones be exactly like them. They learn to live in harmony, and that's my question. Why can't we all live in harmony? And part of what I do, now I'm created this coming home to yourself, a group for women, online group for women. It's not about fixing yourself. I'm not a course where you come and you get better and you move on to the next best thing. It's coming home to yourself, where you can be comfortable with yourself to be comfortable around other people, where we can be with other people. I live in Texas, and Buc-ee's is a big thing, and we have Buc-ee's right around the corner from us. We go there all the time. I love my Buc-ee's drinks. Just, something I do, and just something, it's like a snack for me, right? I don't snack a lot, but I, get my Buc-ee's drinks, and I talk to them. And they ask me, how you doing? I'm not doing good. And they're young, but we connect. I can go there and be myself, and they can be themselves. I see how they're doing in life. They check on me, I check on them. And, we're just kind to each other, but I love doing that everywhere I go. It's not about changing the world. It's about connecting with people everywhere I go. Isn't that kind of how Jesus lived? He didn't draw a big stage to fill a auditorium. He wasn't making all kinds of money. He was being taken care of in his daily life, right? And he was connecting with people everywhere he went. So hey, that's the kind of life I want. So anyway, I'm just doing this video to connect with you, and I would love to hear, about you. And, is this something you struggle with, especially with a aging parent? And, just a little bit about you. I love connecting with people. So anyway, it's a Sunday, and so I hope you have a great week, and I hope to start connecting with you more on a regular basis. Here from South Texas, it's nice and hot, and I'm not sure if any birds came. I heard some squirrels, scruffling around in our leaves back there. So anyway, go enjoy your day and have a great week. Bye-bye.